All right. What's up, everybody?
Oh.
It's Erin.
And Nicole. This is Dude That's Fucked Up. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
So many whoops.
It's a podcast, guys, and welcome to it.
I'm very disoriented because now that we're recording for YouTube as well as recording the podcast, I have to have my notes on my computer, and I have printed them out every other time. Literally print like an old lady.
Yes, it's true.
And I'm very thrown off, so we'll see how this goes.
You're going to do great.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Just going to go with it.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you.
I love that shirt, by the way. It's very cute. If you guys
Thanks.
can't see, you're not watching it on YouTube. It is a cute striped shirt. I love
Made well. Made well. Ooh.
My entire wardrobe is made well.
I
They're
think
not
it's,
sponsors or anything.
No.
It just is.
And I was actually going to say, I think it's made fine. Like, it's... everything's short. Like, all the shirts are short on my torso. I don't know if I have a long torso or
what
what's
I've
going on.
been saying for so long.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
I need longer shirts, guys.
Yeah.
Can't have that in the world.
I mean, if it's on purpose, that's one thing. But it's like, I don't... Also, that's a problem with shirts in general. Like, you buy a shirt, and then it's too short all of a sudden. And it's like, what happened, you know?
It's really rude. Wow. It's a lot of work to do all this. And I just want to shout out Nicole again, per usual. She has taken the initiative to really just make this much more of a like professional production than we've had in the past.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, this has all been just us since the beginning. We just literally Googled how to do everything, and now we're like just trying some new stuff, and it really feels like it's always been real, but it just, I don't know. It's
fun. It's like a whole fun new level.
Yeah, we're just trying to step our pussies up, you know?
Oh, yeah. Step the pussy up. Step the pussy up. Well, that's, we're really excited. It will have already happened, but I'm really excited for the show because I basically have forced Pete to make us an intro video.
Oh, my God.
It's
so fucking good.
I told Pete today. Yeah, I told Pete today. I was like, literally, the last 3 years are worth this thing. Like, it is all the excitement I've had. It's
culminated to this point of our intro animation, basically.
It's like I never knew what our animation looked like. I never knew what the visual of our introduction was. I mean, it's always just been audio. And then we're like, we need something visual. And we've worked with Close Call Studio on some cool stuff lately. And I think actually even when this comes out, we have new merch. And she helped us design it. She did all of the artwork except the logo, like our logo lockup that
was our
Walters
friend
did.
Yeah, that was our friend Brad who did our original logo.
Yep.
And Amanda from Close Call Studios has just made our new merch, and it is it's so fucking good, and it's so exciting.
So
it's just like it really is just a very cool culmination of everything that we have been doing for the past 3 years. And it's like, you know, very like homegrown and fun, and we've just been doing this for fun for so long, and it feels really good to, you know, have some new, fresh, exciting stuff happening. So
yeah. And it's like we just get to do whatever we want. No one's telling us what to do. No one's like saying, hey, you guys need to be on YouTube now. We're like, hey, let's like see about being on YouTube. Like, why not? We're fucking stuck in our houses. Yeah. It's a fun thing. It could be a whole new audience and like a whole new place to interact with people. Like, that's fun. Yeah.
It's really been a whole fun thing that we've just it has not been me, to be clear. Like, I haven't been doing anything except for being like, cool, sounds good.
Okay, but also you're not like this is like you're like supporting everything. You're not like, I don't know. You're just kind of like, yeah, like let's see what happens. Because I'm very like, I want to do this thing or whatever. And then if my ideas get shut down, I get really closed off a lot. So I don't know. It just happens. Like sometimes it's very personal. So it's like, oh, what if we do this? And you're always so excited and you're like, yeah, let's do it. Oh my God. Yeah, we should. You know, it's like, it's good. We just are a good team.
I'll validate you every single day of our lives together.
Oh my God. Yes.
Because you are brilliant and wonderful. And I love you.
You are too. And I love you too. Also, I've been majorly slacking on the research side of stuff because I've been dicking around on YouTube.
That's
so
that's where I've just been like, oh,
Erin's like, I've done so much. Yeah. I'm like, all right.
No, I mean, I have a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there. I'm just going to like go down some rabbit holes. I've been,
it's great.
Just bopping around all over the internet, reading stupid shit. It's cool.
Oh my God.
What a fun, sexy time for us.
Oh my God.
All right, guys.
Team.
We got an episode for you.
Yeah.
We just wanted to like talk about how much we're excited and everything is so fun right now, even though it's like, literally burning to the ground outside. In here is a safe place, and it's a fun place. So come on in. Get in here.
Oh, my God. Come in. Grab a seat. Or stand.
Chill. Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. You do you. You could do a handstand if you want.
Yeah. I don't care. As long as you don't hurt anybody, not bothering anybody. I mean, you can bother anyone you want, but don't hurt anybody.
You can be annoying, but, like, don't be shitty, Yeah.
I mean, technically being annoying is shitty, so.
Is it? Okay.
All right.
I mean, if that's your natural personality, I guess, then it's fine.
You should be thoughtful and respectful, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but if you're like a natural Larry David,
I mean.
No, yeah, you should do better.
Man of my dreams. Honestly. Well. So let's see. Our business is that we are the business. We've been doing it. Let's see. Do we have anything fucked up this week?
Well,
I'll go second because I feel like mine is a kind of a segue.
Okay. Oh, sure. Like animal.
Yeah.
I was so okay. I have something fucked up. I was so tired last night and we were like getting ready for bed and I grabbed the mouthwash and like just like my motor skills weren't like fully online,
Yeah.
And I like grabbed it and I didn't like claw it hard enough, like I didn't grasp it hard enough and it just kind of slipped out of my hands as I was picking it up, bounced off the counter and knocked some hair stuff into the toilet. And I was like, oh no. And Pete was like, what happened? And I'm like, oh no, I knocked that into the water. It's like shitty water. It wasn't. There was no shit in there. But it's like the toilet bowl and there's been shit in there recently.
Yeah.
And
it's not great.
It's not great. It's not the clean tank. And I was like, oh no. And Pete just reaches in there, pulls it out. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. And then sets it on the counter where I set my retainers, our toothbrush. And I go, oh, then I shitty water on it. No, put it there. And he goes, where should I put it? And I go, in the sink. So he puts it in the sink and then moves some deodorant and then sets it where the shitty water just was. And I was like, no. I was like, what? Stop. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I had to like move it all into the sink. And then I'm like, get me a wipe. Like a disinfecting wipe. And then I disinfected it all. But he was like, oh
my God.
I just was like, what? Like, I know.
What's the thought process?
Yeah. I know mine's a little kooky. Like, I know I went a little far with it all.
But also, you're the one that knocked that shit in the toilet. So.
Yeah. I know. But I was like, how are we like so far apart on the spectrum of this is okay and this is not okay?
Right. Well, yeah.
That was just in the toilet. Yeah.
I've had those things with DJ where I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, why did you think to do. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, why would you do that? What's the plan here? Like, what do you think the end result will be when you put bacteria laden?
A divorce.
Oh, yeah. No, it's fine. You know, it's we all do dumb stuff, but bless their sweet little hearts.
Bless his hand for just going right in there.
Yeah.
He won't kill a bug, but he'll take 1 second before he reacts to even shove his whole hand to get some like hairspray out of the toilet.
Man of action.
Yeah.
I love it.
What is your fucked up thing this week then?
Well, so I was last night. So I know for a fact that we have a skunk like living near or maybe even under our house.
Oh.
And yeah, we've had like instances where like the skunk has it's like woken me up in the middle of the night. Like I've smelled skunk smell so bad.
Oh.
I'm very sensitive to smell, but like, and I am an all light sleeper. So really a recipe for disaster. And it's been like, it's happened a couple times, but, so I know that we have like wildlife. We've had an opossum. We've had, you know, all kind. I saw a squirrel fall in the pool the other day.
Oh yeah.
It got out immediately, but, and last night I was like going outside. We have like a detached garage that's in our backyard, like, you know, it's in the back of our house.
But it's not attached to the house. So like you have to go outside to get into it. Yeah.
Right. And so we have a dad fridge. That's what we call it in the garage for like beer and stuff. And I was going out back to like get a beer or something. And I walk outside and it's like already dark and I just see a fucking skunk walk straight in front of me, like no more than 3 feet in front of me. And I got so scared because I was like, oh my God, it's going to spray me. Like that. It was just like, you see skunks every now and then in the wild, I guess.
Yeah,
but like seeing one that close and like knowing how intense.
How they work.
Yeah. How they, you know what a skunk does.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things where like my whole body like shook, like where I was like so scared. I was like, and I know I probably just looked so stupid. But I stopped and it ran and I ran and we were running. It was,
oh my God.
I thought I was going to get skunked and it was very scary, but I didn't realize like, I don't know what it was doing in my backyard. Maybe it was drinking water out of the pool. I don't know. Who knows?
Can they even control when they do that? Or is it kind of like when you get startled and then you fart by accident? Like, is a skunk like they go, oh, and then it's like, and then they're like, oh no.
I feel like it is. It's like I don't know. Maybe it's like they deploy it when they feel like they absolutely must.
Right. Okay, so there's like a bit of a safety on it. It's like I'm scared, and then it's like, is this a scary situation? And then they're like, no, we both left, we're good. Or it's like,
am I gonna get attacked? Yeah.
And then it's like, oh God, I might get eaten. And then there's like, whatever like queefy noise it makes, and then we're off to the races.
Yeah, I feel like it's a smell,
like a piss. Yeah, like
a hard hiss.
Yeah. I wonder if it's fast or slow. Like, I wonder if it's like a cartoon where it's like
the green waves coming off of it.
And you don't like see it until it kind of like accumulates, or if it's all very fast and the pressure of it goes far. Like
I think
like
it's
a net.
Yeah, I don't know. But speaking of stank.
Yeah.
We're talking about an animal today. A fake. It's not real. It's a cryptid. And a lot
of people, if you believe it in your heart.
A lot of that's true. That's true. A lot of people think that it smells like a skunk. That is a characteristic of this particular cryptid that we will be talking about. And we'll get to exactly what that is in just a second. We weren't sure what exactly we were going to do this week. At least I wasn't. I was just like, we had been prepping for the live show. We're just like busy doing other stuff.
Yeah.
But we were just like, you know what? We need this episode to be very easy, very stupid, very loose. And that's what it's going to be. The world, everything's stupid right now. The whole world is stupid. We are
in a bad way. This is going to be stupid in a fun way.
Actually, I will say, not the whole world is stupid. Just mainly America right now is very fucking stupid.
Fair. Yeah.
And I think if you can't beat them, just join them. Right?
Oh, no.
No? Okay.
Maybe when it comes to this level of stupid, then I'm like, yes, let's get on board. Because, like, why fight it? This is so dumb and fun. And, like, the stories, like, the accounts of the cryptid we're talking about today are so fucking dumb.
So dumb.
Like, they're dumb. And then I was like, no, this is dumb on another level.
Yeah.
It's a delight.
It's not dumb in the way that, like, you... I will say there is maybe some Venn diagramming happening of people who don't wear masks because they think it's a conspiracy and people who believe in this thing.
Sure. 100%.
Yeah. Today, this is an exceptionally stupid topic for you. And it actually somehow very elegantly dovetails with a few episodes we've done in the past, namely our Dude Squatch, Sasquatch episode and our Mothman episode. Today we're talking about the Sheepsquatch.
Yeah,
it's very hard
baby.
to say. Meh, or however sheeps sound. Meh.
Bah. I'm a Squatch. I'm a Sheepsquatch.
You just got yourself so good.
I got myself. Oh my God. Yeah, this is so stupid.
Dumb.
Man, it is. There isn't even that much information about it. It's just like we found a couple pages worth and we're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. If you're thinking, wow, I really wanted another episode about a made-up thing that also might have a weird dick, boy, are you in luck. We've got one. We've got it. Here it is.
Oh, my God. This one has the weirdest dick, I think, honestly.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you already smell like a skunk, like, what does your dick smell like? You know what I mean? Like, it's levels. It's levels.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So the Sheepsquatch is an American, of course, cryptid that allegedly dwells in the southwest region of West Virginia. The counties with the most sightings are Boone, Kanawha. That's how you say that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Putnam and Mason. And apparently a bunch of sightings took place in Boone County during the mid-90s.
Yeah, they're drinking a lot of Boone's Farm or whatever.
Oh, where do you think that came from?
Where do you think that came from? Everyone's drunk on strawberry wine.
Yeah. Fuzzy navel.
Yeah.
And this is an area where it's like the TNT area where the Mothman had been allegedly seen a bunch of times and where it's like from, I guess. Yeah. Where the Mothman hails from, if you will.
Wait, yeah. Well, I'm thinking of AC/DC, obviously. So I'm just like, see me ride out of the sunset. I look just like a moth. I shot snot out of my nose.
I'm glad we're videotaping this now.
Oh my God. I surprised myself twice already.
Oh my God. You're getting yourself really good tonight.
God. Boy, do I think I'm funny.
You are.
To be fair, I mean, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but anyway, where were we?
TNT. Dynamite.
TNT. I look like a sheep, all right? TNT.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Well.
I'm glad I'm not wearing mascara.
Amazing.
Okay.
So, the Sheepsquatch. I keep wanting to say sheepsquatch.
No, that's the sport it's really good at.
Yeah. Because it's like so much like noises happening.
Yeah. Like how a skunk, like the sound a skunk makes when it skunks you.
Exactly. So a sheepsquatch is described as being a quadruped or a biped, depending on who's telling the story and how drunk they were when they saw it.
And if it's squatting or not.
Yeah. I all the like sightings that I read about, it was just like, well, which is it here? It's all very stupid.
Also, you're drunk. Go home.
Yeah. It's about the size of a bear, but some have claimed it to be 7, 8, or even 9 feet tall with entirely white wool-like fur.
7 to 8 feet tall. How tall is a bear? Is that smaller or larger?
I mean, it depends on the bear, I think.
Sure.
If it's a grizzly bear, that's very tall, but that's not what this is.
But it would be like a polar bear because these are white.
Yeah, and it has woolly hair, and I think that's why it's woolly like a sheep. So that's where this is. That's why this is called what it's called.
Gotcha.
It has a head. It has a long and pointed head, like like a sheep, but also like a dog. So it has like a snout, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Like a collie, like a sheepdog.
Yeah, exactly. And it also has long saber-like teeth and a single point set of horns, like a ram or a young goat. So, yeah, it's.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I didn't know what single point horns were, and when I was reading on the cryptid wiki, which is where a lot of today's information came from, I first read single pint horns, and I was like, I don't know what that is, so I Googled it. I think it was a typo, because the only thing I found when I Googled that was this, and I left you a hyperlink in there. It is it's a Viking horn that you drink out of.
Oh, fuck yeah. Ooh, can we buy these? Oh, yeah.
I was like, should I order us some? I haven't yet. I don't know that the company's still technically open, but...
Can you clip it onto your belt, or do you get okay?
I think they make a holster for it, like around your neck, like the hands-free wine glass.
Das Horn.
Yeah, Das Horn.
This is good for Oktoberfest or
and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Or like a Halloween costume, or just walking around the house by yourself with a beer and a horn.
Yeah, just
if you for your Game of Thrones binging.
I was gonna say like your Outlander,
yeah.
Your toy, like when you're watching Toyota Highlander commercials, and you're feeling festive.
Oh my god. So some people have said it's like a goat, like a young goat, like with the little horns like that.
Little horns, yeah, like the little nub ones.
And then some people say it's like a ram. So who?
Nobody can agree. Yeah, we don't know. Also, when you said a pointed head, I thought you were talking about Beldar Conehead. And I was like, oh, it looks like a cone head? And that was exciting to me.
That'd be way cooler.
It's like pointed forward.
Yeah, it's like a long face, kind of.
Beldar. Conehead.
One of my favorite movies ever.
So good. Oh.
And okay, so then also keep going with the description. It's forelimbs, end and paw-like hands, similar to those of a raccoon, but larger.
So like a human's hand.
So like a human's hand, exactly. No, but like claws, like a a creepy little claw hands.
Yeah.
And then it has a tail that's long and hairless, like that of an opossum. Oh. So that's or a rat.
I hate. Is it opossum or possum? Is the O silent? Or are those two different things?
They're two different things. Possums are it's, I guess, like a difference between like an alligator and a crocodile or something. They're
very similar.
Very similar.
Okay.
Opossums are North American, I believe, and possums are everywhere else.
Otherwhere. Okay. Yeah. Otherwhere.
I know that because I did so much research when we had a fucking baby possum in our backyard.
Oh my God.
And I was calling around to all these like opossum rescues. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And
they're big
died.
in Long Beach. It died. Yeah.
Yeah. They're all over.
Yeah.
And then like days later, I see a literal, I believe somebody in our neighborhood is part of a like wildlife rescue.
Mm-hmm.
I saw their like car parked outside on a street a couple blocks from us. And I was like, I could have just knocked on their door and asked them to save this baby.
Oh.
Still keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
And Jack still says, baby possum, a gun.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's
he knows.
So sad.
I know. Yeah, we had the possum, we had our neighbor's cat, and Milky died all within like 2 weeks of. Yeah. Then we saged our house and like surrounding areas outside because we were like, this has reached too much of a fucking point where we don't know what the fuck is going on here. Some bad juju's happening.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so no dude squatches or sheep squatches or Sasquatches are coming over here.
No, stay out.
Get out of here.
Get out.
Yeah. And it's also the sheep squatch is reputed to smell like sulfur, which I had already mentioned before. Did I mention before? It had a stank.
It has a stank, yeah. Excuse me, you said it smelled like a skunk.
Yeah, that was wrong. It's sulfur. Like the devil. This is what it sounds like to me, is like a fucking, like, the devil. Like,
the devil smells like sulfur?
Yeah.
What's happening?
My cats. I'm going to throw them out. Hold on one second.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Go on, get.
Go on, get. Fucking cats. Anyway, so sheep squatch.
Oh, yeah.
It smells like sulfur. It might be the devil. But also, I've seen a lot of drawings of this, and it looks like fucking, what's the Scandinavian fucking Christmas?
Why do I want to say Sinterklaas?
No, that's what I was thinking, too. Krampus. It looks like Krampus.
Krampus, yeah. It looks like a white furred Krampus.
Mm-hmm.
Because Krampus has dark fur in Europe, I think.
Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know. I don't care. Also, I was going to say, Pete and I went on a walk the other night, and I smelled a skunk. I was like, oh, my God, skunk. And then Pete goes, that's weed. I went, no. I went, oh, no, skunk. And he's like, that's weed, Nicole. And I was like, oh.
You sweet summer child.
What an angel. I'm just an angel.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of weed these days is pretty skunky.
Yeah, is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I also don't smoke weed, so like if I imbibe, I'm gonna eat it.
I mean, that's like what pays the bills in this household now.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it is.
It is.
But have you tried it? No, not yet.
No, I'm scared.
You can't get it in the U.S. Yeah, it's probably strong. Well, you just have a little bit.
No, we can get it. It's just only in certain states.
Right. Like, yeah. I only want to smoke weed if it's like a vaporizer or something. I don't want to it doesn't feel good in my lungs and stuff, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Anywho, all right.
Anywho.
It smells.
Yeah, so it's a stank bitch. And then there's no real backstory here there's no rich lore to go along with the sheep squatch, unfortunately, because it's kind of a newer cryptid. And it's also like, I don't know, we can make one up if we want to. I feel like it's probably a guy that got stuck in a polar bear costume or... I don't know, just is living his best furry life and just in the woods, like wanting to like be free. And some dumb people have seen him and just thought he was something else, or she, you never know.
Or it's like a bunch of like indie teen filmmakers and they're like making a film about like an albino Sasquatch and they like rented a costume and they like took it into the woods and then They're making their indie film on a very low budget, but they still were able to afford Trader Joe's craft services. And then they finally like get this up and running, but then someone sees it and freaks out, and now we're here. You know,
we're here. Yeah,
because it's all the very first like sightings were in the 90s. So
yeah, there was this. That's why it's pretty new, and it's not like very. It doesn't have an exciting. In the sightings themselves are pretty mundane also.
Yeah.
They're not like dramatic like the Mothman. They can't make a movie out of this in any way.
I mean, you could make a horror film based loosely on this, and then like it evolves into something actually scary or interesting. But like for the most part, this falls pretty short. Yeah,
like there's no bridge collapse or weird instances of many people having an experience with this creature.
And it's very concentrated to this area.
Yeah.
It's not like, and like Japan has a thing and Sweden has it's like, no, it's just in Boone Farm or wherever Boone's Farm.
It's just in Boone's Farm.
It's just on Boone's Farm.
They're actually developing it. They're developing a new flavor. It's the Sheepsquatch. It's called Sheepsquatch Smash.
In the lee of a picturesque ridge lies a small, unpretentious winery.
Do you like Squatch wine?
Yeah. Like summer Squatch wine. It pampers its own fruit like its own babies.
Its own babies. Mm-hmm. The Squatch's chamber. I don't know. Oh, well, yes. Boone's Farm has a high concentration of sheep Squatch sightings. That is very fucking hard to say, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's also considered in the area a blanket term for all things scary and white. In fact, they call it the white thing. Mm-hmm. And so I was thinking that a sheep Squatch should be synonymous now with the KKK or Trump supporters, maybe. Yeah. Just call them sheep Squatches because they follow everything our horrible president says, like sheep.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Also, It's like, also it makes me think maybe people of color are the ones that have seen this or like have seen this because they're like, oh, it's the white thing. Like, don't go to the TNT area. You know, the white thing.
Yeah.
It'll get you. And that white thing is racism.
But people hear them talking about it and they're like, oh, is it like a monster?
Yeah, or it's like how everyone's adopted what Karens are. It's like everyone's calling everything a Karen now. It's like, this wasn't made for you and you don't understand it, but like, no. So just don't.
Yeah. But unfortunately, that's not what this is. This is a very dumb thing that people just like don't know what to call it. It's like a cum stain. It's that white thing. I don't know. So the first original sighting, I guess, it was said to have been a car full of women heading home from a family reunion.
Well, I'm like, okay, what reunion is women only? Like, it's just a car full of women. I was like, is it like Wonder Woman and like all her like lady women? I don't know, like what?
It's like all the aunties, you know, they're just like heading home.
Yeah. That's cute.
Yeah, like they had their family reunion and they're like all gonna go keep drinking at a bar somewhere or something.
Oh, that's
or
fun.
Like a bunch of cousins or something, girlfriend cousins. Like I don't know. That's what that's in my mind. That's what it is.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and so they're all going in the car, leaving their family reunion, talking shit on fucking cousin Jasper or whatever.
Yeah. We don't know any details about them, that car of ladies seeing it. It just was allegedly the first sighting. Who knows?
Right. Who knows? They were they were heading home though, and they happened to see some weird creature.
Yeah.
And that's the only detail really.
That's it. That's all we know.
The story.
They were 3 jugs deep of Boone's Farm.
Yeah.
And hopefully not the driver.
Yeah, I hope not. But it's very scant on details. The next sighting, and probably one of the first official sightings.
Yeah. With details and a report.
With more details and a year associated with it is in 1994. So in 1994, a former Navy seaman stated having witnessed the Sheepsquatch drinking from a creek or a crick, if you will.
Yes, obviously.
And then he saw it drinking, and then it just crossed the creek and continued on its merry way.
Ugh.
And I guess that's it. Literally could have been anything, but cool.
They just were they're just and then it left. And I'm pretty sure it was this made up animal that no one's ever seen. It's dude, that was a fucking... No.
It was just a big dog or something.
You were skunked, bro. Okay, you were skunked?
The most detail about this story is the guy's background. He's a former Navy veteran. He loves pina coladas. He loves going to Bill's Tavern on the weekends.
He lived at 677 Elm Street. Yeah, his favorite Golden Girl was Betty White. Yeah, it's why do we know all these details about him?
But it's because it's bullshit. In the same year of later on in 1994, 2 children observed the creature while playing in their yard in Boone County. I think those kids were drinking Boone's Farm.
Yeah. We don't know their age because there's nothing else about this observation. But yeah, I mean, the water in Boone County is Boone's Farm.
Yeah.
It just comes out of the tap.
Yeah. And I guess they said it looked like a large white bear. It was a circus bear, and it stood up on its hind legs
Yeah, it was walking on its 2 back legs.
Yeah, and they freaked out. They were like, "What the fuck is that?" But the Sheepsquatch was also scared, so they both took off running in opposite directions, just like me and the skunk.
Yeah.
We saw each other. We went,
ooh. Yeah, you just went, or this is also a fun detail from this. And it's the only detail aside from the kids seeing it is that it ran so fast through the forest that it broke tree limbs off and stuff. And it makes me think it was a cartoon where it runs through a wall and then there's just the shape of the Sheepsquatch.
It's like the Kool-Aid man coming through the fucking wall. It's oh yeah, and then just running through the forest.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't doubt that they saw something. I'm sure I'm sure all these people saw something. They just didn't know what they were seeing at the time.
Until this next one, which is where I think they were doing naughty stuff.
So in 1995, the next sighting happened. It was a couple driving through the Boone County. Through the Boone's Farms, and
they were at a tasting on the Boone's Farms.
God, can you imagine?
Just a weekend fun-filled and headache-laden.
Yeah, this is our vintage reserve strawberry fields from 1992. It has some very soft tannins and is very drinkable.
Here, this is our fuzzy navel. Just swirl that around in your glass, if you will. Okay, stick your nose in it, and you're going to black out. All right.
I think you might detect some notes of tropical fruit, some stone fruit, namely peach.
And yes, we do make this with roofies in it.
You will be blacked out by the end
Yeah.
of this tasting.
Good
And you're going to wake
luck.
up with diarrhea currently in process. It's going to happen. Like, you will be just like diarrheaing when you wake up.
Have you ever eaten 12 Jack in the Box tacos in one night? Because you're about to.
Oh, God. Do you want to puke like an orange color or a red color?
Red?
Strawberry Fields is for you then. Oh, God. Okay. Well, so these people were driving through the Boone's Farm, Boone County.
They were doing a tasting at Boone's Farm, a weekend tasting.
I can't get over that. And they saw a big fucking white creature just sitting in the ditch alongside the roadway. Everybody seems to be driving except for those kids, obviously, but we don't know.
We don't know. Mm-hmm.
And they actually stopped to get a closer look at what it was. Because I guess if it was like a bear, they would have been like, oh, that's a bear. Cool, bye. But because it was white, it was very out of the ordinary. So they got out to take a closer look. And they had the same kind of reaction to seeing this large white creature that everybody else had previously.
But it's like suspicious that they, like, you were out parked and making out. Like, you weren't driving. If you're driving that fast, like, I don't know. If you're driving, I mean, I guess if it's like crossing the street, you'd see it. But if it was just like in a ditch, I feel like you wouldn't see it.
Yeah, and they claim that it they got home and they had like scratches on their car, and it's like, did you just crash and like didn't want to admit to it, and you know, you were maybe there was some roadhead happening and something crazy happened.
Okay, 100%. That's my conspiracy theory about this one, is that they were doing some fucking shit, like fingering and like hand jobs and stuff while they were driving, and then they hit something. And then they're like, what are we going to do? And it's like, didn't someone see something around this area?
You know, this is like a small town. Like, this is what happens. Like, this like story gets around, and then everybody blames everything on the thing.
Because you don't want people to know you're having butthole pleasures, you know?
Like, you can't just like be like, oh, whoops, we like lost control of the car. Like, we just slipped on some gravel. Like, that is all you need to say. You don't need to like make up a fucking Sasquatchian thing.
Sheepsquatch.
Sheepsquatch, whatever.
The one unique thing about their story, though, is that they described it the same as everyone else. It was like a big white animal creature thing that kind of looked like a bear-ish. I don't know. But they gave it an extra set of eyes. So they were really, they were aiming for a Pulitzer or whatever. Like, they're really adding a little flair in there.
Oh, like it had 4 eyes?
Yeah, it had 4 eyes, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
And it's like, that's where you lose me. I mean, I was already lost, but it's like, that's where you really lose me.
Yeah. The next sighting doesn't happen for a few more years. 1999.
Okay, can I set the scenario? I want to set the scene. Okay, picture this. You're camping in the woods. It's Boone County, so it's Boone's Farm. You're wearing your best camo Destiny's Child survivor outfit, okay?
Yes.
You're freezing because it's a midriff. So you're all gathered around the bonfire. That's all you packed, too. You're like, I only packed.
Because it's like, camping, so you need your like survivor camo.
You're like, I need a camo outfit, but it's also 1999, and I'm very into Destiny's Child, so like, this is my look.
Yes.
Then you're around the bonfire. You're singing fucking Emotions. I think that came out later, so maybe not that. You're singing Say My Name, but you're like harmonizing, and everyone's really into it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's happening.
And then you hear an animal snorting and scuffing around, kind of like a bear, but it's not a bear, which would be fucking scary on its own, okay?
Yeah.
No, into the soft light of the campfire walks a Sheepsquatch. Bow, 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 and all the Boone's Farm jugs go flying, and everyone's freaking out. And then No, I don't know. But this happened according to this account. And upon seeing the beast, the campers jumped up and ran back into their house, all the while being pursued by the Sheepsquatch.
If they're camping, why do they have a house?
Okay. This is where I'd like to pause for a second. So since they weren't in the woods, were they just like in their backyard camping?
You know, no hate on that. Could be.
Like, why are you calling it camping? Why aren't you like, we were in our backyard around a bonfire, like hanging out? You don't have to say like, unless they like set up tents. I don't know. It's like you were in your fucking backyard. Okay.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know, man. Who knows?
Hate it. Who knows?
Well, it's West Virginia. It's wild and wonderful, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess they were freaked out though. They didn't know what they saw.
Well, clearly they ran back into their house.
Yeah. And then the Sheepsquatch got scared too. Mm-hmm. And it ran away, but it stopped at the edge of the forest. Mm-hmm. I guess because I feel like their house was in wilderness, so they probably were on their property.
Oh,
camping.
Maybe it's like a big, like they have like a tons of acres, but it's like deeply wooded. Okay, that makes sense.
I've been camping at a friend's like farm.
Oh, okay.
And in Pennsylvania, and so it's like the house is there.
Yeah.
But we're all camping out in the like field that's nearby. So I get it.
Best of both worlds. You have a toilet.
Yeah.
And exactly. A bed if you need it. I mean, you know, if you're like, it's cold and wet and I don't like it here.
Yeah. Yeah, but they said that the Sheepsquatch ran off and it stopped at the edge of the property and just let out a terrible scream.
I was like, it's Goat Boy.
Oh my God, yeah. So it was very creepy. And so the next morning they went back to the campsite. They were too scared to like camp anymore. They stayed in the house. And they found everything torn up, like somebody had tilled it up for gardening.
Okay, well,
sure.
That's where, honestly, this whole story, I'm like, who's out here like using the word tilled? They're like, yes, officer. It seems
what
like.
What else is it?
Yeah, that's fair. Well, it's like, it was like, I don't know, like someone had like
dug it up.
Dug into the soil. Yeah, there was like fresh soil everywhere. It's like, yes, the creatures seem to have tilled our campsite. It's like, I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
All right. I'm just assuming like everybody's a farmer, so I'm on the other end of the spectrum. Like everybody,
based on where they are. Yeah, it's
or not a farmer, but like they know the land. You know, that's what you do.
Yeah, they're all Boone's farmers, and also it's like people who camp in their backyard. And maybe they know what tilling is. You know, I don't know. Exactly. I don't camp in my own backyard, so.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So in 2015, this is the most recent sighting, I guess. It was in Folks Run, Virginia, and that's like the forested area of Appalachia. Mm-hmm. So people camping again, and there was 6 people.
Yeah.
And this time they're like in dense woods, so not a backyard. They saw. One of the campers saw the something
Sheepsquatch.
At the top of Sheepsquatch.
Oh, something. Yeah.
Something at the top of a nearby hill in a crouching position. Then it stood up and ran down the hill super fast.
Oh my God.
And that would be very scary.
That's scary, yeah.
That's very creepy.
Like even if it was a bear and it was like it just was like down and then it just stood up and it's so huge and then it starts like running for you as fast as it can. That's fucking scary.
Yeah, really, really creepy.
Yeah.
So it was apparently 8 to 9 feet tall with like I guess like a shoulder span, I guess, of 4 to 5 feet. What the fuck? That's crazy.
How? My shoulder span's probably like a foot.
Mine's like 2 feet, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Maybe mine's like 2 feet. Yeah,
like
mine's like
a foot and a half or like close to 2 feet.
Yeah. 4 to 5 is like, that's a wide.
That's like a hot upper torso.
That's like a V shape.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't say how wide its tummy is. And it doesn't say if it has those penis lines, you know?
Yeah. They didn't catch that.
Yeah. How
many abs did it have?
Fucking, does it look like a fucking ripped ass man but have a pig face? Because that's hot. You know what? That's hot.
We talking about the pig man. So I guess there was a river, though, that acted as like a kind of barrier moat situation. Mm-hmm. So they see this thing coming at them, but it can't get to them because there's this pretty wide river. Mm-hmm. And it's looking for a way to cross. The Sheepsquatch apparently is looking for a way to cross. Mm-hmm. Did not find one. And then it just started wading into the river. And they were like, "Oh fuck!" And at this point, I would be in my car driving the fuck away. I would have left everything.
Yeah, that's why this doesn't check out, because it's like, why are you still watching it while it's like?
Also, it's like 2015. If you're gonna stand there for that long, get it on film.
Oh yeah, we have iPhones. Okay, we have iPhones.
Yeah, where's your phone?
But also, I like how the Sheepsquatch was like trying to figure out like, well, how am I gonna get across? And he's like, fuck it, I'm just going in. And then he just started swimming across, and they're like, oh my god.
It's like it forded the river. It didn't care.
It cocked the wagon and floated it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so then it gets onto the other side and it gets out. And the campers said it looked more like a wet dog, not like a hot, broad-shouldered man.
Yeah. It wasn't like, or was it like kind of like a werewolf or something?
And I guess like it didn't come for them. It just like ran off, I guess. Yeah. And then a little while later, they heard a guttural scream or screech. Yeah. That sounded like it was about 2 miles away from where they were. Mm-hmm. And, well, no, I guess that was another something else because the squatch. I can't say sheepsquatch. It's very hard.
Yeah, the sheepsquatch had got to the other side. It was like shaking off like a wet dog, and then they heard like a guttural scream, like far away, and it was like, what? Oh no! Like what is?
And then it ran away. It got scared.
It was like, and it like went away, and you know that was its fucking mama calling it home. It was like, where the
get out of the river, bitch!
I was like.
Nathaniel, get out of the river.
It was like, David. Yeah, Dad. I love you, son.
Oh my God, I love it.
I don't know what that was. Anyway, those are like the
sightings.
Those are the sightings.
They're all so boring and dumb and
basic and shitty and like detailless. And my favorite part of everything was us talking about Boone's Farm.
Yeah, basically. It has been in pop culture though. I totally love that this is a thing.
Oh my God. If you're a gamer, you might know.
Yeah, if you're a gamer, you would know that the Sheepsquatch made it into the 2019 game Fallout 76. Mm-hmm. I guess there's like a mission within the game that you have to find the Sheepsquatch.
Yeah, it's like a side mission that was like added. I don't know. It's like one of those secret kind of Easter egg things or whatever. It's like you don't have to do it, but it gets you points or whatever. Yeah. I fucking watched a video of someone looking for it. I don't know. I got too deep. In the wrong way, too. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. But it is kind of fun because there is a Sheepsquatch and there's like a letter you find in the game and it has like some of the details of like, oh, it's in the TNT area and it's been known, like this is what it looks like and this is like the attributes it has and it's been seen in these years and like there's like a little bit of like quote unquote truth to it. But they fucking leveled this thing up for the game. Oh this Sheepsquatch has, its power move is to headbutt you.
Okay, that makes sense. It has horns, sure.
It has horns, and it's like a ram horn type thing.
Yeah.
And then it has like back quills, which I don't know if we talked about. So this might just be like in the game, but it has these like back quills that can be removed and act as a weapon, and you could like stab people to death with it.
Whoa.
Or like it can stab your character to death with it. And also the best part, it has poisonous piss, and that burns your skins. Ugh. Watch out for its poisonous piss.
Oh my God. This is like way more interesting than anything that people have seen.
Yeah.
I just like really appreciate that one of the video game developer, or whoever some of the developers like thought enough about a cryptid to make it into the video game, and to be like, look at this like fun little, this is my passion project. I'm gonna just like do this thing. It's so stupid and dumb and fun, and I love it. And so hats off to you, sir or ma'am.
Or they're like into it, and they're like, this is their fantasy, and they're living it out through the video game they're developing, Sure. They're like, I would love to see one of these things. And I would also like for it to have poison piss.
Great.
Yeah,
love it.
Great. Mm-hmm.
So with that, what's its dick like? We've come to the segment of the show where we wonder what's its dick like.
Welcome to What's Its Dick Like? We know it probably smells like something you don't want to get that close to. You know what I mean?
You think it's skunky, sulfury, cheesy? What do you think?
Ew, cheesy. Like it smells like hot Cheetos or something. What's like a bad, or like an old potato? I was gonna make potatoes for
what does
dinner
an old
tonight.
Potato smell like?
Like like old and moldy. I don't know. It was like kind of. It wasn't squishy, but it was like just soft enough where I was like, "This is old." I was like, "This is old." I feel like that's what his. No, probably worse than that. Probably like really old.
Yeah.
Like a really old potato.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah.
It's
what
definitely
do you think
I think it's that's the source of the sulfur. It's probably glandular, so that's like a glandy kind of area.
Yeah.
And it definitely has a penis bone, like a like if it's like skunk like or a sheep, who knows if it's like a Sasquatch, which a Sasquatch, as we know, has a dick bone. That is fact. So
wait, what?
Yeah, that's like, I mean, that's what many people have been saying.
Yeah, that's what the squatchers.
Yeah, so that's what I think. Maybe it's like curly Q, like a fucking
duck.
Like a duck. Yeah, who knows?
I feel like, what do you think its belly button smells like?
An old potato. Feet.
It's close.
Corn chips. Yeah.
Corn, like Fritos.
Yeah, Fritos. Yeah.
Maybe its dick is shaped like a Frito. But one of those ones that somehow curls at both ends.
Oh.
Like it curls like a staple. Like a staple when it's been stapled, it curls in on itself. I feel like that's what its dick looks like, but like not long ways from the front. So it looks like this.
Like a mail slot or something? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I got it. Yeah, but totally.
Almost like a figure eight.
Yeah.
Got it. And it smells like if you got a chai tea latte from Starbucks and then you left it in your car for like 2 weeks.
Yes.
And then you drank it and then you diarrheaed it out.
Rotten milk and Christmas spices.
Yeah. Because he seems kind of festive. I don't know.
He's like Krampusy, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's Krampusy, yeah. So he's very festive. He's like, what if you had like spoiled sheep's milk? Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, what if you had spoiled sheep's milk and then you mold it? like you do during the holidays to wine.
Oh, mold. Yes.
You mold it like with
mold,
spices,
yeah.
like clove. It has like a nice clovey note.
Or you nog it.
He smells like eggnog.
Yeah.
But if you scrambled it in a pan.
It's like cottage cheese. Cottage sheep's cheese. I hate it. Okay. Let's go. Let's keep going.
We're done.
I'm going to vomit. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all we can muster for this episode. Although I will say one of the funniest, like the final thought feeling that I have is the funniest thing about this whole thing to me is, or more fucked up, less fucked up, more funny, is that the quote unquote real Sasquatch hunters are very up in arms, like in the community of Sasquatch hunters, of cryptid hunters, they're very up in arms about these sightings because they don't think that they're legit. And they claim that they make the rest of the cryptozoology field of study look silly. If you're not watching this, I'm putting very big quotation marks around field of study. It's
many air quotes. Silly. Oh my God. Oh, that's upsetting.
Yeah.
What? Like, there's no difference in these.
Literally, there is not. It all has to start somewhere. I feel like this is like the. I don't want to compare this to anything, but if like I'm going to compare it to like religions, let's say.
Okay.
Every lore has its start somewhere. Like every religion has its start somewhere. It all started from somewhere. It picked up some more like detail and color as it went through the years. Sasquatch started from somewhere. Somebody had a sighting and then it just like got more and more colored in from there. Just like, so this is like maybe the Mormonism of cryptids.
The Scientology, if you will.
The Scientology of... Yeah.
It's too new. It's like everyone is like looking down on it, but then anyone that's outside of that is like, no, you're both fucking stupid.
Yeah. It's all very silly, guys.
Yeah.
It's all very silly. Yikes.
Yikes.
I have nothing against any religion. I'm just saying, like, in like the belief of all these things, like you get wrapped up in the stories and the sightings and the things, and so it's kind of like that. So
I have everything against every religion. Bye-bye.
I mean, do what thou willst, or whatever, whatever Satanism says.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the true. I do like that one. All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
I cannot believe this is a thing. Just like everything else in this world. There's so much dumb stuff.
There's so much.
If you'd like to read more about it, there really isn't very much, so have fun.
Yeah, we read it to you.
That's it. Go to West Virginia and see if you could find it for yourself.
Yes.
If you know people who have had sightings, who swear they've seen it, I'm sure they saw something, but I don't think it's a Sheepsquatch. I think it's like maybe an albino bear.
Yeah. Or like
a big stray dog like that got lost in the woods or something and is just like now a wild dog. I don't know.
Or it's a fucking Boone's Farm migraine, okay? And that's the most sense that anyone has made on this whole thing today. All right?
That's right.
It's you can't really see, your field of vision's all fucked up. There's white spots in your eyes. Boone's Farm migraine.
That's right.
And that's it.
I think you're right.
I think I'm right. I'm right.
Well, that's all I got.
Follow us on social media. It's at DTFU Podcast on all the places.
Yeah. Measure your shoulder spans. And,
Oh my God. I have a measuring tape right here.
Tell me, what is it?
That's good.
Yeah.
16 inches.
Okay. Yeah. That's pretty good. Almost,
pretty good.
Yeah. Almost 2 feet? No, not
No,
even.
it's about a foot and a third.
Foot and a third.
Yeah.
I bet mine's wider. Look at this refrigerator shoulder span. I don't know.
No, yours is probably the same.
I'm like as wide as my mini fridge, I think.
It's a 16-incher mini fridge. That's how we know. No. Visit our website, DTFU Podcast. We're on YouTube now, and you could watch us talk to you, which is very fun. And we don't get a fucking vanity URL yet because we're not big enough. So just go to our website. You can link to it there, and you could like and subscribe and all that shit that YouTubers do.
Yes. We're going to be like a YouTubers now.
Oh my God. We're like, I'm like, oh great, I had to put on makeup for this.
Is this like a good look for YouTube?
Oh my God, I'm just going to talk this whole time like
that's, I got to stop, you know? I got to. This is how you're supposed to look for YouTube, right? Like this?
Yeah. Yeah. How's this angle?
Oh, God.
Like down here.
By the way, your hair is the cute today. Forgot to tell you that at the top.
Oh my God, it's so dirty. So this is what you get.
I love it.
It's so long too.
All right, guys. Listen up here.
What?
Be excellent to yourselves
And each other.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Meh.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.